it was one single trade that changed something in me. The trade was bad, right?
Uh-huh.
But it was your comment that lit a fire up my ass to change. Really, I felt that of all the things I tried, this strategy and your outlook on things, everything just clicked. So I felt like I just had to. If I wanted to get the next step, yeah, it is so worth it.
And if you could have joined sooner, would you have?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the investment that you made was it worth it?
10 times. After a couple of days, it was already worth it for me. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. So you passed your first 50K challenge. How does it feel?
that feels good.
Feels good.
That was, what should I call it? That was a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Here we go. Paid off, right?
Yes, but I
That's
think
good.
I hear some people, they pass a first challenge all on luck.
Yeah. So a lot of people, they pass their first challenge on luck because, and then after that, they blow it right away because they don't have a repeatable process. So
Yeah,
they just it's like a they treat it like a casino coin,
right.
like a slot machine. They buy it, they trade it aggressively. Then if they pass it, good. If not, then they go next one. So the
Mm,
way you did it through trial and error, and you did it through
yeah.
a following exact process. So now you can just follow the same exact process to pass other challenges, and you can just follow the same exact process to pass it. So before you joined, what was your like situation? Were you working, studying? What were you doing? What was your day to day look like
Oh,
before you
before I
joined it?
joined you,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually pretty the same because my income is not from working; it's from broken back, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the disability.
So yeah, so I had all day to do whatever I wanted as long as the wife is happy.
Got you, got you.
Um, so I tried. My trading before I found your video actually last year was more a break-in retest, so it's kind of similar in the
Mm-hmm.
same street at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I found your video and something just clicked, and then suddenly I didn't lose because I did the wrong strategy. I didn't lose because I didn't know what to do. I lost because I met myself in the mirror, right? Me
Got you,
against me, I boo. So I
got
think
you.
me against me is what uh, has been the biggest change after joining you.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much like once you become profitable, then the next challenge becomes dealing with your own, I would say, greed, emotion, a little bit of hesitation, fear. You know the strategy works, you just have to control yourself. Because
Exactly.
because you can get into the trade and lose, and and since you have the mindset of, oh, I already know how to trade, you feel entitled to walk away with a win for the day, or walk away with a some sort of break even for the day, because in your mind, in your heart, you think like, oh, I already know how to trade, and therefore I have to be able to walk away with a win for the day. But it doesn't work like that in trading,
Mm. Yeah.
especially market doesn't care about how you feel.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Especially if you feel very emotional, you just have to be self-aware enough to say, hey, right now I feel FOMO, I feel anxious or fearful, or I'm trading my PNL instead of market structure.
Mm.
So I always have a note to my right side of my computer. It says trade the market structure, not your profit and loss. Like I have to, like, it's a good reminder to look at it and be like, okay, because sometimes I'm like $100 away from the, let's say I'm $100 away or $1,000 away from a payout, then I'm thinking about that constantly. That's like a horrible way of trading.
Oh
So
yeah.
one glance, take a look at that. Trade the market structure, not your profit and loss. It reminds me to like treat it like I'm collecting a point. I'm not here to make money, because the moment your head goes towards, oh, I need to make this amount of money or this amount of tick value out of the market, then you can go all the way up to, like, let's say 100 tick in your trade. But just because you need 120, you don't take profit. You're like,
Yeah,
no, I
exactly.
need, I need 20 more. I need 20 more. So you move your stop loss to break even, and you get out of the trade out of a break even, and it gets you frustrated. You're like, why didn't I take out profit at 100 tick? Like the
Yeah.
market clearly told me that there's no more buyers or there's no more sellers. You can clearly see the rejection of a certain level, but just because you're trying to trade your, oh, I need to make that extra $100, you just either you lose or you break even, and it makes you angry, and you get into a bad trade, another bad trade, and before you know it, you were $100 away from passing or a payout. Now you're just below the account.
That's another thing I did before. That's changed is that I could go into perfect trade, right? I did everything right, but then I managed to lose it. I managed to lose money on a winning trade, and he
Hmm.
ended up winning. But let's say I could do shit like, oh, I don't want to lose, right? So when it starts to go into minus, because often it goes to minus in the beginning, if you're a bit unlucky, and either I just took it or I just ended it because I didn't want to lose anymore, and then I see it just turns and goes straight to take profit. But either way, I ended up. You probably remember in the beginning, I was so frustrated because I kept losing winning trades.
Yeah,
But that seems to be. I haven't done that in a long time now.
that's good.
So yeah, a lot has changed, but
Gotcha.
that's the biggest change, at least since I joined you, is um the mental part.
That's good. That's good. So what was your experience level before joining the one-on-one? Like your experience level in terms of trading?
I think I started trading October 24.
Mm-hmm. 24. Okay.
So it was a year almost. Yeah, a bit over a year actually.
Gotcha.
Um, and then I started trying these challenges. That's more recent. I didn't do that
Okay.
until um, a couple of months before I started with you.
Gotcha.
And I was really close once. I think I was like $100 away
Mm-hmm.
once,
Mm-hmm.
but I think yeah, it went to shit.
Gotcha.
Even that close, and I still managed to mess it up, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, it happens. Happens a lot. Happens to a
Yeah,
lot of people. So before you were just trying to learn it on your own, just give it a kind of like trial, just just trying to pass a challenge and then fail it, pass challenge and fail it. That was kind of your approach, like watching YouTube videos and then doing it.
yeah,
Is
yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
Watching videos, reading books. It's
Gotcha.
so different to be out there all alone compared to having someone that just nudges you a bit and pushes you. You don't need that. You don't need to overdo everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just these small different things that need to be changed.
Yeah.
At least that's what happened to me, and now it's last week's trading. Here's the thing: I was sick last week.
Yeah.
So I didn't write my journals, but the trading was so good.
Yeah,
It
last
was
week's
like I
last week
was
the price action in the London session was very good.
yeah, exactly. Um, and I did everything. I was super strict, right?
Mhm.
The only problem is I didn't do the journal because when I was done trading, I was so tired. Um, but what's done is done. I'm happy with it. I know you will be happy with the trades if you saw them, so I'm not that stressed about it.
Yeah, so usually I journal nowadays. I usually journal when I really mess up. Like
Yeah,
if I really mess up, or if the market is short, I'm long. Like my bias is long, or if the market is long and my bias is short. If it's obvious in the hindsight, then I journal it, and I'm like, oh, I missed it because I was feeling such and such, and I was thinking so and so. So I
yeah.
journal based on that. But if I win a trade, I usually don't journal it.
Especially if it's just a perfect setup. Everything is
Yeah,
goes as planned. There's nothing to talk about, right?
exactly. So yeah, you always want to journal when you make a mistake, because that's the ones that you want kind of want to remember and learn from.
Yeah,
Journaling a winning trade is helpful at the beginning, but later on, it's not that helpful. Journaling a winning trade, unless
yeah,
it's some spectacular trade that you had some crazy home run on a cash account, then that's a different story. But
yeah. Of course.
on a trading prop, hitting a base hit, winning a trade is not that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
if you do mess up big, that's when you want to journal. Okay, cool. So
Hmm.
what was the next question? Oh, were you skeptical before joining the one-on-one, or were you kind of made up your mind for joining?
So yeah, I had a little. I wasn't. So there's one thing that I wasn't skeptical, but it crossed my mind. So, and the thing that crossed my mind was this. Okay, here I am sending this guy money. What stops him from just taking my money and go? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
But that was the only thing that crossed my mind. Other than that, I wasn't skeptical at all. You
gotcha,
convinced me a long time ago, actually.
gotcha. Okay, yeah. Actually, that's a legit thought. Like when I was younger, I got into so many programs and mentorship and mastermind. I think over the past 10 years, I spent probably way over $100,000 over like seminars and webinars and books and one-on-ones and masterminds, all kind of different coaching groups. And at the beginning, I was always thinking, I was like, what if this guy takes my money and run away?
Yeah, exactly. So
But
that
like,
crossed my mind, but it didn't stay for long.
yeah, but that almost never happens, because if somebody's like creating content and they want to help people, like, first of all, that's their business. Why would they do that? Like, it
Exactly.
makes no sense. They are not taking like $1 million or $10 million and leave.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna ruin their reputation and take that money and run away. Like, it
That's
makes no
why
sense.
it was a fleeting thought. That's why
Gotcha.
it didn't stay, right? Because
Yeah.
I knew if you did that, you will be fucked online anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So what was different between like trying to learn on your own and having a mentorship with the structure?
Um, what structure itself, probably.
Yeah.
So trying to learn on my own, I tried to create structure around my trading, but when you have no accountability, I think that's where it comes back to. It's the accountability.
Yeah, the accountability part. That was
Uh,
probably helpful.
because um, you can have a structure alone, but I don't know if you can have structure without accountability. You know, something
Yeah,
have to
it goes hand to
keep
hand.
the walls up, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what I said in the interview too, that I need accountability.
Hmm.
And as soon as I got that, things started to change.
I know, right? It's weird. Like nowadays, I hold myself accountable. If I mess
Yeah,
up, I make a public YouTube video about it,
that's accountability right there.
and I post it in the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I
So,
like. I feel like everybody needs that, no matter how many years you get into trading, because if it's just by yourself, you can easily blow a bunch of accounts, and if nobody sees it, nobody's there to hold you accountable. You're gonna
yeah,
feel very bad. But the thing about feeling bad is like it fades away. The pain, the feeling of pain fades away, but the results stay with you.
mm,
It's kind of like getting drunk. You get so drunk and you're like, I'll never do that again. I'll never drink like that again. And then 2-3 months later, you're gonna drink again.
yeah,
Or like let's say you go to gym, you're like, oh my god, like you're gonna be sore, your body's gonna be painful. 2-3 days later, then it kind of goes away. Then you go back to gym. Everything is like that. Like
mm,
if somebody is not looking at you, or like you not sharing your progress with somebody else, I feel like it easily goes away if you don't have somebody hold you accountable to what you're doing, especially when it comes to trading, because
yeah,
trading is very lonely game. It's just you versus you, and you can feel horrible when you mess up. But then if you're not showing it to somebody, you can easily like do it again. It's weird how it works.
yeah. You can lie to yourself easy too, right?
Yeah, you can easily lie to yourself like, oh,
I
I'm not gonna do that
pretend I
again.
didn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Blah blah
pretend you didn't
blah.
do that, or like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that again. But then you can easily get into it. Yeah, gotcha. So let's see. And was there any how did you balance how did you balance trading with other responsibilities that you have?
Oh, this is funny. Since I met you, my number one thing has been trading.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, right? So I'm lucky. Well, yeah, lucky, unlucky, whatever you say. But I still have a wife and two dogs. But I'm lucky in that way that wife is supporting.
That's good.
So I had a talk with her and decided that when I was actually going to pay for it, I have to go for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm not rich, whatever I paid was a lot of money for me.
Gotcha.
So with that in mind, we talked about it, and now trading comes first.
That's good. That's good. And you got funded pretty much within a month, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha. Sure. Within a month of joining.
yeah.
So when do you think things start to click in? Was it the accountability or something else clicked in? What was it?
I think it was. Well, I remember the first week I was so frustrated because I kept losing winning trades,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, accountability set in, and then there was one trade I remember still. It was one single trade that changed something in me.
So that was
Nah,
like
yeah,
a like
no.
a
So the trade was bad, right?
uh-huh.
But it was your comment that lit a fire up my ass to change. Really,
Which one was it?
um, I think you said something like, "This is." It was so funny. You said, "This is not what I teach."
Oh yeah. I think I
You
remember
remember
that
that
one.
one?
I
Yeah,
think I remember
exactly.
that one, yes.
And after that one, something changed drastically.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
because you
choppy
did.
market, right?
Yeah, I remember. Like, I think you did like almost everything wrong in that trade.
Yeah, exactly.
I got very angry.
And I got angry.
Gotcha.
Not because you said the comment. I love the comment actually because
Gotcha.
it did something. It lit a fire that never went away after it, and it will stay with me for a long time. That comment.
That's good. Yeah.
So I think because of that comment, I was like, never again.
So that was a turning point, you think?
That was a huge turning point.
That's good. That's good.
Um, so it made me to be even more strict because sometimes this strategy can sometimes look a bit like break and retest, right?
Yeah.
And it was break and retest I did before. So and that specific trade ended up becoming some sort of break and retest thing in my head. Probably I don't remember why I took it anymore. So I can't explain it. What I was thinking before I took it or when I took it, but um, yeah, you won't see any of those trades again.
That's good. That's good.
So, but that's learning, right?
Yeah, that's learning. Yeah. I mean,
So that's what I needed.
so you're going to, like, no matter how many years you're going to trade, you're going to make similar mistakes. Even years later, you're going to make similar mistake. So the key part is to snap out of it. And that's where the risk management helps you out. So if you have a certain daily loss limit locked on your account,
Yeah.
it protects you from tilting and losing even more. Because
Mm.
no matter how good at trading you get, trading is inherently unpredictable. We can never solve the market. Even
Yeah.
all these hedge fund managers and companies and institutions, they have algorithms that are way smarter than humans, but
Yeah.
even those guys can't beat the market. And hence the unpredictability of it's just the nature of the market. Sometimes, like, no matter, you can take a plus 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 setup, and somehow somewhere someone sell or buy billions of dollars of market share, and it just takes you out of the trade, and you just wide.
Mm.
And that's where the sense of entitlement make you lose more trade or lose an account, because you're like, wait, that was a good setup, why it didn't work out? I need to get my money back. The moment you feel that way, it's easier to said than done, because, like, now we're talking, we're not on a live trade. In live trade, you have to be aware of that emotion that, like, well, I need to get that money back. That was an A+ setup. I need to get into another trade to make it back. And that's when you have to, like, be self-aware enough to stop yourself. So that's a good point. And I was gonna ask, do you think the investment that you made, was it worth it?
10 times.
That's good.
10
I'm glad.
times. I even though it was a lot of money for me, and a lot of money is a different number for everyone, right?
Gotcha.
But yeah, that was like the first. After a couple of days, it was already worth it for me.
That's good. That's good. What do you think would have happened if you wouldn't have invested into this one-on-one?
I think since I already found your videos, I would probably hopefully get there, but it wouldn't be yet.
It would be a little bit longer, probably.
Yeah, it would take if I could find some way of um having accountability for myself in because it's like you say, it's all lonely, right?
Gotcha.
Accountability for people around me doesn't work. They don't know anything about trading.
Yeah, exactly.
So hopefully I will think that I will get there, but it wouldn't be now.
Gotcha. So walk us through the funded phase. So how did you find out? Did you when you make the trade, do you realize you passed the account, or when you got the email, you realize you passed the account?
So I knew I was. Um, so I had a number in my head because I had checked before. So I knew I needed a certain amount. So I turned on the money thing. On the where you see the money and not ticks.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
I
had
turned
it.
on the.
You turn on
Yeah, I turned.
from tick value to money.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And then just because I knew I was getting close,
Mm-hmm.
and then the last trade it was just 1.2R or something. But and I saw I was gonna let it go, but then I thought, oh shit, that's my number, so I just turned it off. And then when I went to
Oh,
check,
you just got out of the trade. You're like, oh,
I just
that's
got
my
out of
number.
the trade. I didn't want to risk anything.
Gotcha. That's good.
But that was I was really lucky because I made it with 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
So I was a bit premature taking it, and that's
Gotcha.
why it got so close. But um, I know for a fact that even if that trade hadn't done it, the next one would, because I was trading good, and like you said, the price action was good.
Yeah. And that's very key. So from now on,
Yeah,
you just want to protect. So now you build a mental confidence in you, and
yeah,
you can build a mental confidence in 2 weeks. Usually takes about 2 weeks to build a mental confidence. For some people, it takes 2 months, but usually it's somewhere between 2 weeks and 2 months to build a mental confidence.
okay,
But it can take one day to flush it down the toilet.
exactly.
So be very, very careful. Like it's the same way we have a drawdown in our funded accounts, the same way we have a liquidation point in a cash account. It's the same way we have a drawdown in our mental, we have a drawdown in our emotion, we have a drawdown in our psychology.
Yeah,
So once you depleted that drawdown in your psychology or in your emotion or in your confidence, it's very hard to build it back up. That's why it takes some time to build it back up. So right now your job is to protect it. If you take a
yeah,
loss, let's say you take a trade in the London session today, you take a loss $250. No big deal. You lock the account. Hopefully you already set the lock account feature that I told you about.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you lock the account, or the account gets locked by itself. Fantastic. You come to the next like trading session, but your mind is fresh. Your mind is not like, oh my god, I lost $500 or $700, or I took too many trades. Like that's exactly how you protect your confidence. And then the next one, you either size down, or you be very patient for a plus setup. And then even when you take it, even when it slightly goes to your profit, you just move it to your break even. So it's not because you're trying to make money or try not to lose money. It's because you're protecting your confidence level, because it's
yeah,
very important.
exactly.
Once your confidence is shaken, you feel like everything goes out the window. You feel like your progress goes out the window. You start to feel shame, guilt, sadness, all these different feelings that you don't want to be. Self-pity, you don't want to feel any of these feelings.
Mm.
Yeah. So honestly, like that's all trading is. It's mostly protecting and managing your downturn. As long as you
Yeah,
can protect your manage your downturns when it comes to drawdown and emotional drawdown and mental drawdown,
yeah,
then you'll be fine, because any strategy works. Imbalance, like initial balance, ICT, my strategy, CCT, like any strategy works. But what's the most difficult part is the mental part, that people don't work on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and do you still do the routine that I showed you, like the meditation and the reading and all that? Do you still
Yeah.
do that?
So I found that if I'm gonna trade Asia session, that starts 6 a.m. here, right?
Yeah.
So I got more from it. Um, I do a whole meditation in the evening,
Hmm.
and then it's just a pep talk in the morning. You
That's
know what I
good.
mean? It's just a self reflection thing in the morning. Because, like I told you, since I paid money to learn now, it is number one.
So what would you say to someone who's on the fence right now in the same position you were like about a month ago before joining? What would you say to somebody like that?
So, about if they're not sure, should I use that money? Should I? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
That's 100% yes. 100% yes. So I was thinking the same thing, right? But um, I felt that of all the things I tried, this strategy and your outlook on things, everything just clicked. So I felt like I just had to. If I wanted to get the next step, I tried now month after month. I don't know how many challenges I've blown. Um, yeah, it is so worth it.
That's good. That's good. And if you could have joined sooner, would you have?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Great. So fantastic. Let me share my screen so I can show you some stuff that I've been working on recently. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So if you notice, I made a couple of changes. So I changed my my red candles to orange.
Yep.
I feel like that's a little bit more helpful, changing the reds to orange. Not because I see it better, is because I realize there's like a tiny, it makes a tiny difference when it comes to stress. The red color is associated with a stress.
Yeah, it's negative, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't really feel it, but let me give it a try. Like, and I could have changed it to any color. I just needed the color so I could see better. And when I make a YouTube video, it looks better.
Mm.
I just changed to orange. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I use black and blue, I think.
Like, well, yeah, that's a very common one too. Yeah, I was like, and then another thing I put I made it. I don't know if you may watch my recent YouTube video. Did you do that?
Yeah, I watched it, but I decided not to go totally into it yet
Yeah.
because if things starts to work, I don't want to mess it up yet.
Yes. Don't add the stuff to your trading. If you will add it only if you're trading like a demo account. Like, yeah, if you like, let's say you go in a paper trading account, then mess with it on a paper trading account until you get used to it. If it's
Yeah.
like a new concept, that only I'm gonna show you how it helps out. So here in your candle, just add Hakanashi in your favorite. So if anytime I need to use it, I just put it on Hakanashi, switch to Hakanashi candlestick, and it kind of shows you when the trend is over. Are we
Yeah.
continuing or are we trading? This is good for the trades that you're trying to stay in it longer. It doesn't really apply to prop trading because it kind of does and it doesn't. If you want to stay in the trade longer, you can kind of see if there's no, for example, if I'm shorting here and I'm on a 5-minute candle, I see no wick on top of these. So I can keep holding it until we get around here. But if I'm looking at it on a regular candle, you can easily get spooked by these.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But on a Hakanashi candle, you can see that, hey, the trend is not reversed yet, so we're still good.
Mhm.
But on a regular candle, you could have easily get spooked around here. Like, oh, maybe we are going back up.
So do you take the trade on the regular and then you turn over to that when you're in the trade?
Yeah, when I'm in the trade, sometimes I just do a quick look. I just
Yeah,
do a quick
exactly.
look and I go back.
That's
That's
smart.
yeah. I just do I just do a quick pick at it, and I'm like, are we still good? Are we not good? I look at it real quick. Then if it seems good, and then if I see this, then that's how I know I either get out of the trade or I just don't even get into it. When you see
Mm.
a lot of like a doji candle,
Yeah.
doji means 2 weeks on both sides on Hakanashi. If I see one of those, I'm like, oh yeah, this is consolidation. No, I don't want to be in it. So it's a little bit helpful. And another thing that's helpful is this this stochastic indicator. And I'm gonna show you. For example, let's say I trade the New York session. Mostly the New York session. Let's say this is a New York session.
Mm.
This is around 8 a.m. This is before get into the 9 a.m. Candle. So what do you see in here? So overnight on the long session, we sold. So every time we are, oh sorry, we are below the 20 levels. We are in the oversold section. Every time we are above the 80, we are in the overbought section.
Okay.
So if I'm seeing this, and it's kind of obvious too, but like this whole level that you can see, price just kept going up. If the price like has a reaction from the same level, and you can also see here that we are on a oversold section. Here around here we were in the oversold section. Here we were on the oversold section. Here we were right kind of in the middle. But if you see like two same points that after that the price went up, it should like trigger something in your brain. Oh, we are about to go up. So in my mind, I'm thinking long. I'm just gonna long for this morning session, and then you go back to 15 minutes. One more time frame below. So you want like 2 or 3 time frames to align
Yeah.
in the stochastic indicator. So same thing. We are on the oversold. We are you can see the blue line is about to go up.
Mm.
And 5 minutes. That's even better. We already went to our oversold section, and the blue section is already above the 20 level. I only buy when it's above the 20 level, and I only sell if it's below the 80 level. And then I go to my 1 minute section. Of course, this is like 9 a.m. before the market opens, so I don't usually trade before, but you can still trade this. So let's say we are on a we are on the overbought section on the 1 minute, and you can go down all the way down to 15 second. I'm actually going to show you a trade that I took on a 15 second because the price was moving crazy that morning. New York morning AM session is probably one of the most difficult session that you can trade.
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, and your decision making has to be on point. So I see this on the 1 minute section, and the New York opens here. You see how it's like going up and down. So for example, in here, yeah, that can be potentially your selling signal because we still have room, and the overall trend for the past 2 hours is downtrend.
Yeah.
So we got our second red candle, and regardless of that, we are already into our back below the 80 level here. So you sell here, you put your stop loss on top of that candle, you put your take profit either at a one-on-one, let's say 315, somewhere around here. You can take your one-on-one, or you can just target this low. No. So this one would have hit your one-on-one already. So I would just put it at break even. Here, since we're already in profit, I'll put it right here. So see, I already covered my one-on-one, and I'm gonna see if I can get more out of it. And it goes a little bit more. I cover a little bit more profit. Now I'm 1-on-2. I'm gonna see if it's gonna go full liquidity. And we are on the 1 minute. We are already on the oversold section, so we may be due to a bounce. So it kind of gives you a layer of when to get into the trade and when to get out of the trade.
Mm.
Boom.
Yeah, it seems to be sorry. It seems to be a good what do you call it? What's the word?
It gives you a level of confidence.
Yeah. Just a little add-on, right?
Little add-on, yes. All right, let me go to the market open so I can show you the trade that I took. It's 925. Okay, the market is about to open. So the market is about to open. So I'm checking everything. On the hourly, we are down. On the 15-minute, we are oversold. On the 5-minute, we are oversold. On the 1 minute, we are oversold. I'm like, okay, so in my mind, I'm looking for long. I'm like, okay, we're looking for long. We have to go long. So the market opens. And we immediately make like a 200 tick candle. So we sweep the previous day low. I'm like, okay, it looks like we're about to go up. But the market does not give me any correction. So we're just, shooting up. Yeah, we're just shooting up. So when each candle is over 100 tick, 1 minute candle over 100 tick, then I go to 15-second. So in the 15-second, I just wait for the candle to come to the oversold section, which can be a 1 minute candle down towards the down, and it's good enough for my entry. Because market always require correction. And at the same time, I'm monitoring the levels that we are hitting. So I'm like, okay, we took that level. I know that we're going to go take that level. And I know that's a previous day high, London high, and a pre-market high. So I'm like, okay, we already took pre-market high. I need one more correction so I can either aim for the London high or the previous day high on the 15-second. And I'm monitoring the stochastic candle. And we already create two different POI section on the 5-minute and 15-minute. So I'm monitoring it for it to come back to one of those levels. So it goes up, goes up, goes up. So it takes that level. So I'm like, okay, we're still on the oversold section on the 15-second. I'm being patient. I'm not jumping into the trade because I know if I jump in and the market start correcting, I'm cooked. And all I need on this trade, on that account, I think I only needed like 126 tick. And trade away was super laggy. I had to exit manually out of my trade, even though I had my take profit. It went through my take profit, 20 ticks, went below it, another 20 ticks, and it did not take me out of the trade. So I had to wait for the trade to come back to my take profit. Then I manually closed it. And when I closed it, it didn't close. It froze. I was like, oh no. But eventually,
did you have to go into trade away to close it there?
No, it eventually closed it. It closed it. The whole thing happened within like 10 seconds.
Oh, right.
But when it's happening live, it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm quick with my reaction, but still it's scary. So we still have room. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we still have room. Even though we take out this, we take out this, we still have room to go take out that area. And the price around like the first 10 minutes of the day, it doesn't just take a high end and just reverse. It always goes and retests that level 1 or 2 times. So I'm like stacking confluence. There's like 5, 6 different reasons for me to go long, even though still we're going down a little bit on the 15-second. So I'm waiting, and I see this, and I'm ready to click buy. I see this, and I'm like, okay, because we're about to go into the back into the range. In the next candle, bam, we are back into the range on the 15-second. Even on the 15-second, look, these 15-second candles are like can be 100 ticks over. So I get into this trade. My stop loss is around $500, and all I needed was like 620, I think. Yeah, or I needed like 630 or something like that. So I got into this trade, I believe. If I'm not wrong, this is the trade. Yes, I think this is the trade. So it went up, and around here, it went to my take profit, and it didn't take me out, and I had to close it. But of course, this is a back testing. It's going to take it out.
Yeah.
But look, this is a 1 minute candle, because 1 minute is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Look, that's over 200 tick. So if you're sitting there waiting for the 1 minute candle confirmation to go down, below, up, you already missed the trade.
Yeah, it won't happen.
Because the New York session is wild. So I'm like, boom. On the next trade, on this one, you see how it's like it was going up and down. So on this one, I manually exit because it went to my take profit, didn't take it. But if I was on a 1 minute chart, I would have missed this trade, because look, on the 1 minute on the stochastic, it never came down to this area.
Mm.
Even on the 30-second, I don't think I would have carried. Yeah, even on 30-second, it kind of bounced from the halfway point. That's another thing with the stochastic. If you're using it on a higher time frame, 5 to 15 minutes, a lot of time 5 to 15 minutes, it can go through a halfway point and beautifully reverse. That's when you go down to like a lower time frame to confirm the reversal. On the lower time frame, we will go to the oversell section when the correction is over. So boom, I was in and out of that trade within 40 seconds. That felt
good. That trade had to feel good.
Oh, it felt great. And that's all I needed on that one account, because I'm back to trading individual accounts instead of copy trading. After the whole trade away mess made me blow 5 accounts. So yeah.
You lost all 5?
Yeah, because the trade away, like last week on Wednesday, a New York session, trade away was logged out and it made me lost. But good thing is, like, they gave me the accounts back, because they gave me the accounts back. But I got scared. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna treat them individually from now on until either a new trading platform comes out or TradeAway figures their shit out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things with them now.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, Top Step. I walked away from Top Step for the same reason. I don't wanna do the same thing with these companies. And TradeAway is like the only good company that every prop firm trading offers. And I love trading on TradingView. I hate their own platform. I don't like the way it looks.
I also use TradingView, and that's where I'm gonna stay, hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, of course the price end up hitting like all those levels. I'm gonna show it to you. Like boom, yeah, the price went way up. Yeah. So we ended up having a 1800 tick day. Yeah. It's like 1800.
1800?
Yeah, that's just the New York AM. New York AM moves wild. Look.
So that's why you see it feels uncomfortable for me now that I'm used to Asia. Right?
Yeah, because it's extremely volatile. So if you're not comfortable with New York session, just stick to look how calm London session moves very like slowly, methodically. Look. Is on the 5 minute level. This is beautiful. Like on the 5 minute level, we go on the oversold section, and he also comes to your liquidity sweep right here. Look,
Yeah.
liquidity sweep from the New York section, and in the overbought section on the statistic, and it gives you a clean, very clean sign. Hey, we're going down, and I give you 5 minutes to get into a trade.
I love it.
versus,
I
versus,
love it.
versus the New York section. Psych, I'm out of here.
That's crazy.
And look at the London section. Very beautifully, methodically, slowly goes into the oversold section, gives you about like 20 minutes to get ready. And it also gives you another nice 5 minute candle to get into a sell, because it shows you, hey, we sweep this level and we're about to go down. You just get in, and you don't even need this whole entire move. That entire move is like, yeah, it's 400 tick. You need like 150. You need like 1/3 of that move for a prop account.
So, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Just so I ask before I forget. Um, my risk during challenge was around 250,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then, depending on where the stop loss is, the number of contracts go up and down.
Yeah.
What should my risk be now? I should lower it a bit more.
No, keep it at 250.
Okay,
Oh, per trade or per day?
per trade.
Per trade, keep it at around 150, I would say.
150. Okay.
Yeah, keep it around 150 per day. Keep it around 250. So it gives you like two chance for 2 trades per day. So just for whatever reason, sometimes the first trade doesn't work out, so you have another opportunity. But
Yeah.
you usually want to take 1 trade per day. If it's a good trade, you just want to be done with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah. For example, like on the NQ section, you had maybe last Friday you had like 2 good opportunity, one for buy, one for sell. One for the correction to back to this level, and then buy here, and then one for sell here after sweeping this liquidity from the New York session. So you had 2 opportunity, both of them slow enough for you to get in and get out of the trade. But you want to take 1 good trade, make between $250 to $500, and be done for the day.
Yeah.
It takes away so much stress out of your trade. But if you take so many trades, so many small trades, and it's just gonna drain your mental drain. And look, the strategy just constantly working. It just goes up, break through this level, comes back to it. Even if you were trading a New York session, it would have worked out. So you would have had this level from your 15-minute level, which is shows here, came down, gave you 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities for longs. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. But 150, because then
And
I don't like.
stick to the micro contract.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I saw there was in how was this? In Lucid Trading, there were like a scaling thing. You could have this many contracts and that many contracts.
No, don't
And
worry about the scaling contract. That's strictly designed for people to blow their account. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, because I thought, what is that, a low number of contracts? I'm never going to use the lowest number of contracts, even, right?
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. The scaling is that's just saying, hey, come blow your account. Don't even pay attention. You don't even need that many contracts for scaling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I was thinking, who are using this many contracts?
I know, that's wild.
And then when you make more money, you can add even more contracts.
Yeah.
When the number of the lowest is still too much.
Yeah, and then the Asia session opened. You didn't really miss anything. Maybe a good opportunity on NQ. I didn't even I didn't even trade it. I missed New York Open. I mean Asia
To-
Open today. Gold didn't really give any good opportunity. I'm looking at it. Yeah, it kind of opened, went straight up, and then chopped a little bit. Then it's going up, and then the NQ give you one opportunity, maybe two opportunity at open for short. And
Yeah.
that's it. And that's it.
That's
then-
okay because there's always a day tomorrow for Asia.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind it. I was taking a nap at when Asia was open anyway. So yeah, that's it. Do you have any other questions?
I think the most important one was the risk per trade. So I keep that at 150 because then it will either be 1, 2, or 3 contracts, right? Depending on where the stop loss is.
So depending on how the market moves, if the market moves very crazy candlestick, use like 1 micro. If the
Yeah.
market is like very methodically and slowly and very nicely moves, then use 2 or 3 contracts.
Yeah.
But if the market is like crazy, just use 1 micro and just hope for the best.
Yeah. Let me see. What else do I have? Any? Yeah. So I put if I use 150, should I have daily loss limit of 300?
Yeah, I would say that's fair enough.
Because then it will be two
There
loss,
would be
right?
at least 2, yeah. But you don't want to like risk exactly 150. So in my mind, I want to like if my risk per trade is 150, I'm trying to get as close to as to I can get to 100. Because sometimes I have to move my stop loss to like say 120. Sometimes I have to move my stop loss to 180, you know, because I trade the market structure. Don't trade your profit and loss. Trade the market structure where your stop loss shows that it needs to be. Like
Yeah.
where is like the most logical point. For example, let me see if I can.
Yeah. So the bigger stop loss, the fewer contracts, right?
Yeah. For example, let's say in here, it gave me an opportunity to get in. So I get in here. Let's say I short in here. If I have like a, let's say 50 tick, I have a 50 tick, let's say I have a 50 tick stop loss. That's not a good stop loss. Even though I'm following the rules, the logical point of stop loss would be here, right?
Yeah.
And right
And
now
that might be 1 contract
like
less.
at least one or 2, maybe 3 tick above it.
Yeah.
It's above my comfort level, and therefore I'm gonna lose 2 contract for it.
Yeah.
And let's say I'm targeting this swing low, and look, it beautifully hits it for over 1.5. But if let's say at 50 contract at $100, for example, you had it in here, the price could have easily come down here, a little bit up here, and then it would have just gone.
Exactly.
Because look, people that got in here, they all got stopped out. Look, let's say because this one also gave you the same opportunity, but look, it stopped you out. But if you would have had in here, since what's the next prior level that I can trust? My next prior level that I can trust is this swing right here. So technically, my stop loss would go here. Because that's the prior swing that that the trade is get invalidated. And then in this trade, we already took that swing. So then this swing becomes my point of invalidation. And then I put my take profit somewhere on here.
That's also something that changed after I started with you, because I remember I had a good trade in the beginning, but then I lost it because I put my stop loss wrong. And
Yeah.
after that, I'm much more. The stop loss is more thought out.
Yeah, it's more based on the market structure, not like a
Exactly,
dollar amount. So for me, sometimes I get a really good entry. My stop loss is like $100 or like $50. sometimes it's $200-$300 bucks, but like it just depends on the time of the day, depends on the market structure,
Yeah.
like so many variants, but you always want to trade the market structure. So
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go into TraderWeight later and double check that I have all the everything put in there
gotcha.
with the daily loss limit and all those things.
Gotcha. All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
That's it for me.
I am ready now.
Sounds good. Yeah. Then London session might be good. There's not a lot of news that's coming out over the London session, so but usually London gives you a clean trading opportunity. So
Yeah, I think London was really good last week.
but don't force it because a lot of people are waiting for Trump to see what he does. So it might get choppy. Just
Yeah.
so be aware of it. Don't force anything.
No, I'll wait. I'll wait until it comes to me.
Yeah. See, like I have a level in here and I never hit it, and I didn't take any trade for the Asia session. See my level here? I had my POI,
Yeah.
I had my alert in here. It never came to that level, so I didn't take any trade.
Exactly. That's another thing that changed is my patience.
That's good. That's good.
Changed a lot.
Yeah. Because if you look at it over like 10 days, 10 days goes by like very quickly. But
Yeah.
when you look back, it looks like you could have waited versus because in 10 days you can take 20 bad trade or you can take 5 good trades. And looking back, it would be the same amount of time, but your action would have made a difference.
Exactly.
And it's always obvious in the hindsight. So
Yeah,
at the
of
moment, if you ever feel overwhelmed, rushed, FOMO, or anything, think of that scenario.
Yeah.
Like 10 days from now, this is meaningless. And just
Exactly.
move on.
I will do that.
Cool. All right. I'll see you next week.